I'm speaking with Ed Goldstein, who's Chief Investment Officer for Credit Secondaries at Coller Capital. Ed, first of all, thank you very much for making the trip from New York to participate in the Inside Network's Income and Defensive Assets Symposium.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Great pleasure to have you here. Ed, how is the growth of the credit secondaries market changing portfolio construction when allocators think about credit?
So it offers a couple of different things. You could think of it as something that will aid potential sellers or buyers of private credit. So what does that mean? If you're new to the private credit space, credit secondaries offers you the potential to get access to a diversified portfolio and scale up very quickly. If you are an institutional investor or superannuation fund and you're looking to potentially lighten up on your private credit exposure for some reason, the development of the credit secondaries market allows you an outlet to get liquidity for those holdings. So it offers something for both buyer and seller alike.
What are the strategic benefits of credit secondaries allocations compared to participations in the primary market?
So what it gives you is immediate diversification, and it provides you with downside risk. So if you think about a primary private credit fund or investing with a single lender, you might have a manager that you really like. You might want to commit capital to them. But like I say, good managers, great managers. They have good funds, bad funds. But you might say, well, I love manager A and manager B, but I want exposure to the whole market. So if you could pick the one or two primary managers that you really like, and then supplement that portfolio with a secondaries fund, that allows you to have sort of the best of both worlds. You can buy the market at a discount, but then you can also put a little bit extra into the managers that you like on a primary basis.
How do you approach pricing and liquidity in private credit secondaries?
Yeah, so from a pricing standpoint, I mean, it's an illiquid asset, so it is a discount market, and the way that we approach pricing is we will look at the funds that we're interested in buying or the pools of assets. We get pretty good information from the underlying managers, and we'll model out what we think the outcomes of those portfolios will be because they're invested funds. They're not a blind pool. We can kind of see what the risks are, and then what we'll do is we'll discount those back at what we think the required return is, and that's essentially how we price transactions.
What role does vintage diversification play in risk management?
So it basically allows you to reduce or almost eliminate the risk that, let's say, for example, you decided you wanted to invest in a fund in the second half of 2020 with a manager who decided they're going to put all of it into software loans that are not cash flow based in a overvalued environment with lots of leverage. That fund may run into trouble. But if you've got various vintages of funds from and we have funds that range anywhere from the mid-teens to 2023, 2024, you mitigate that risk of one or two bad vintages where maybe lenders got over exuberant or covenants got loose or leverage got too high. So it mitigates the risk of being exposed to any specific year or trend in the market.
How do you see the secondaries market evolving over the next 5 to 10 years?
So we're super excited about the growth to come. If you think about the secondary market, generally you need a primary market to develop first, right? And so in the credit space, the primary market today for private credit assets has now grown to, in our estimation, about $4 trillion. And if just 1% of that market turns over per year, which is much less than private equity, that's already $40 billion. And we've seen in the last couple of years, the annual market size go from 5 to 10 billion. This year is 9 billion in the first half of the year alone. So as the secondary market starts to catch up to the primary market, we expect to see accelerated growth in the market.
Ed Goldstein from Coller Capital, it's a pleasure to have you here participating today.
Thank you.
Bye.